Welcome to the Jamaica Funk Show with KT on Spreaker.com. Well, Irie Mon. Welcome, guys, to the Jamaica Funk Show. This is KT. I'm your host this evening, and I have a great show for you. But before we get to the show, let's talk about this guy. What's his name? Ray? It's Senator Ray Monroe, I guess his name is. But anyway, he's the one who keeps claiming that he didn't rape those young ladies or didn't sexually molest them. Well, the lady who came out yesterday and cried on TV and said he did it has convinced a lot of his Republican colleagues, and they're all telling him that he needs to step down. Even the chairman of that guy, I can't even think of his name right now, but the head of the Republican Party, the head of the GOP, also told him he needs to step down. So I think it's time for him to just really pack his bags and find another race to get in, because I don't know if the Alabama people pick him. That just goes to show how much you really, really value a woman's rights. So I don't think you all are going to go there, because I think you want to get elected in future elections. And Jeff Sessions, they had him on TV today. They had him in court or before the Congressional Committee. And he told the Congressional Committee that they need to go after crookability. So I guess Trump got his wish. Sessions put it out there. But, Hillary might be crooked. But I'm going to tell you, Donald Trump, you are a long way from being straight. Trust me on that. So they need to go after you too, because you're crookeder than crooked. You make crooked look straight. So anyways, guys, we got a great show. Listen at me, I'm just ranting and raving about politics. I really could care less about them. I care about the country, but the political side of it it's always a smoke screen to deter our attention from the things that are most important. Anyway, tonight we got a great show for you. We have Miss Princell Lee, and she's going to talk to us how she is making her dreams come true and becoming financially independent. We've got some poetry, and we've got some sweet reggae music. So, I want you to sit back, relax, and get ready for some shona. Mama, shut your mouth. Reggae music. Well, Irie Mon.
Just come on. Anyway, do I'm dance up. I'm a find it. Sing for
pull up the vibes that you're playing. Can you play some more? Can you play some more? Lift it up, jack it up, pull it up, come again. Can you play some more? Can you play some more?
Without the dance hall, and when we woulda do reggae music call, you must answer to wind up, jump up. When you hear sweet reggae, put your mouth and bury some man off it, tell them good. Without the dance hall, when we woulda do reggae music call, you must answer to wind up, jump up. When you hear sweet reggae, put your mouth and bury some man off it, tell them good. Everyone a do the dance when them love. In this a dance hall, no farmer go to. Great everyone that enter with a hook up, spread out and listen to some sweet dub and dub.
Pull up the vibes that you're playing. Can you play some more? Can you play some more? Lift it up, jack it up, pull it up, come again. Can you play some more? Can you play some Skellion. Them know everything where I go on. Never up them mean, no me can't really find out if me brethren them in the land. Everywhere I look is clear skanking. I see no statue around.
To rotting, I see girls that get wild. Select spin music, versatile. Them want done with sound and broke with vibes down. Who them a try turn in a clown? Dance all full up and me can't get a chance. Oh, me a go find me sister in the dance. Music up here, people jump and prance. Rock out, you select the boy.
Lift it up, jack it up, pull it up, come again. Can you play some more? Can you play some more?
The one dance a cry. The one dance a cry. I say the one dance a cry. Can't get a chance to make a little step. Dance and ram and miss no place to left. A police come and turn it off, the vibes them want for record. And this is much revant and this is no respect. Well, listen, there is a man who's a true Italy.
Yes, you got me rocking in a corner. With all the lights them come down. Can't express how me glad me come on, yeah. I never seen so much good vibes flow. Everyone inside is like family, yeah. I see no strangers around. And every massive is here. And tonight we don't care. Till the violence that make we rock it instead. Jump up alive, every man get rocked now. Pull up the vibes that you're playing. Can you play some more? Can you play some more?
We do the dance hall where we would do reggae music call. You must answer to woman a jump up, woman a wind up when them hear sweet again.
Call
yes. I love myself some Dennis Brown. You know, he died unfortunately, an unfortunate death, as a lot of musicians do. But when he was on the planet, Dennis was a cool guy. So listen. So I have the honor and the pleasure to bring on my guest tonight. She is a graduate of Champaign-Urbana, University of Illinois, with a bachelor's degree. She also has a master's degree in social work from Chicago State University, and she graduated #1 in her class. Today, she is a part of a company called Dream Trips, which has helped her turn her financial life around. And without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to give it up for Miss Princell Lee. Hey, Princella.
Hey, thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. I am just smiling from ear to ear. It's such an honor to be on the show and, to have an opportunity to connect with your audience. And just thank you so much for this amazing gift.
Oh, you are so welcome. You are so welcome. It is a pleasure to have you on the show today and to talk about your rise, and talk about life, how life has changed for you and how you've become conscious. So tell people a little bit about yourself, Princella.
Absolutely. So I'm born, bred, and raised here in Chicago, south side of Chicago. My dad was a serial entrepreneur, and my mom was a teacher. And so they taught us what many of your audience may have been taught, to go to school, get good grades, and get a good job. And that was what I was raised in doing. And so I was the person in class that my teachers would call me the studious achiever. If you tell me what to do, I'm going to follow the line and I'm going to do it with excellence. And that's what I did, all the way up, as you mentioned, to a master's degree. Because my mom was a teacher and taught us to give back, even as young people, I had an undergraduate degree in community health education and nutrition to really be able to, help our community be a little bit more healthier. Mm-hmm. And also social work. A lot of our folks in our community were just hurting, and so I really wanted to give back and decided to do that as a career. My parents blessed me as a young person to, travel. They took us, of course, down south to see family. But they also did other things like, took us, to Bahamas and those sorts of things. But one gift that they gave me as a teenager is they gave me the gift of going to Africa in high school, without my parents. And it was just an amazing experience. And I just have just loved, those experiences because I think that they made me into the person that I am today.
So tell us, why did you decide to change your direction in life after having gone to school and gotten a master's degree in social services?
Wow. Well, that's an amazing question. What I realized was after I graduated from my undergrad, we go and we look for that job. And mm-hmm. I found work in, various organizations, really doing amazing work. I work with young people, work with seniors, work with our young people in the foster care system and, really trying to make an impact in their lives and the lives of their children. But what I found was that I was just struggling, financially. I was struggling and, working in nonprofits, they may lose funding or, maybe changes. And so I found myself just, work for a couple of years and, don't have enough money to really save. And then the grant ends or, and it was just I felt like I was on the hamster wheel. Like I felt like I was in the matrix all the time. Mm-hmm. And, I just really wanted to be able to have more, to give more. And so what do our parents teach us? They say, you go back to school. And so I went back to school. I got my master's degree. And, it had been 10 years since I was in school, so, I had to go and kick booty,
Yeah.
At that time, I was supervising a group home at the time, and so I was a group home near Skokie. And so I would drive, from Skokie practically all the way to Chicago State several times a week for 3 years. And, was able to, do well there, perfect 4.0 GPA and all of that. But it hit me like a ton of bricks. Now, 3 years after, like, can you go to school to make more money? And it really just hit me like an epiphany. And I realized that if I did not figure out how to really get better at constructing a life that allowed me to really do the things that I wanted to do, I would just always be saying, you're broke. There's more month at the end of the month, and I just was I wanted more. I was looking for more, and it was a blessing, that I learned about this amazing idea and got connected with some phenomenal people. And we just realized that wealth building is a team sport, and if we don't figure out, how to really make money while we sleep, we're going to work till we die. And I know that 40-40 plan, working for 40 years for 40% of what you were making that wasn't enough in the first place, only to at the end, only be getting 40% of what wasn't good enough. I just said, I really needed to figure out a way to be able to just have the life that I dreamed of. And I think all of us deserve that.
Yes. And speaking of, working inside of a team to accomplish your dream, tell us about Dream Trip and how did it change your life?
Oh, my goodness. So I already mentioned that, my parents gave me that travel bug. And when I got exposed to a way to be able to travel all the places that I dreamed of going on my budget, without breaking the bank, and I could actually, take friends and family, and I could actually not have to worry about planning everything, but that there was somebody that could get all that, and all I needed to do is show up. Man, I got excited, So, exclusive, member-only, VIP, travel and technology company it's phenomenal. And, I always was taught, we need to see the world before we leave this world. And often, we live like we have tomorrow. And we don't. My mom passed away about 4 months ago. As I mentioned, she was a teacher, so she made her transition on the last day of school. And her birthday was the first day of school.
Wow.
And it was, I'm grateful that I, throughout her life, spent time with her to really be able to create memories. But I also took her on, dream trips. The first one that I took her on was to Niagara Falls. And I had this amazing picture of her pointing out of the window with awe. Like, there are the falls right there. Oh my gosh, and it just gives me joy to think about the experience that we had together and the fact that if I hadn't really said yes and made this decision, that memory wouldn't exist. Yes. And I'm just, so grateful, that I just, sometimes have the courage to be able to say I'm going to step out of line and I'm going to do something different than what everybody else is doing. Sometimes we run in the same direction. We don't even know why people run in that direction, but we go. And some people decide, I'm going to go in a different direction and, give ourselves a shot at having a different type of outcome.
So now, what are some of the different places? Now, I know you mentioned Niagara Falls. You've gone to Niagara Falls. So tell us about some of the different places you've gone to and what was your favorite and why?
Oh my gosh. So some of the places that I've been to, I can't get through the whole list, but I'll mention a few. I took my niece for her 18th birthday and her graduation gift to the Hard Rock in the Dominican Republic. That was her first passport stamp. Her auntie gave her that gift, as a result of this idea. Definitely amazing. I've been, of course, all across the country, Las Vegas, not only just going to Las Vegas for all the gambling and all that, but hiking in Las Vegas, the helicopter rides, just all those peak life experiences there. I've been to Jamaica with this. Then, Cancun, and most recently, which is definitely my favorite one, just got back yesterday from Nuevo Vallarta with my dad. I took him there for his upcoming birthday and Christmas. All expenses paid, down to the sandals and the passport. And, it was amazing that I was grateful to be able to have the means to be able to do that, but also the mindset to be able to do it. Mm-hmm. And man, everything, my dad is a cancer survivor. And so when I tell you that everything that was available for us to do, that was a part of our itinerary, that the company planned for us, he participated in. So from kayaking, with us kayaking with their dad in Mexico, kayaking, scuba diving, with my dad in Mexico, bike riding. We went to one place in Mexico where the whole island was lit by candles. I mean, just amazing experiences, and I would definitely say that was my favorite, to have an opportunity to take my dad, who gave me the gift of, travel and wanting to be able to just experience different things. I would definitely say it is truly, truly my most amazing experience.
And he gave you the gift of life, so you know that's precious in itself. So tell our listeners, how did you get involved with Dream Trips? Tell us, give us a little meat about it, little nuts and bolts about Dream Trips, and
Yes, absolutely. So, as I mentioned, Dream Trips is an invite-only VIP travel and technology company. We are just making it possible for regular people to be able to go all the places that they dreamed of going without going broke. A lot of us, we want to go somewhere, and so many of us will not pay our rent so that we can go get away. Just escape and just go and decompress and relax. And, our company just said everybody deserves to have that experience, to be able to do that without having to be rich, right? But to be able to just you live and you work at McDonald's, you can afford to be able to go on a dream trip.
Okay.
You can afford to take your family and friends, to Orlando, or Disney World without going broke. Or to be able to, go to Jamaica or go to Africa or wherever you want to go. But the company just says everybody deserves to have that experience, and it shouldn't just be for a selected few, but it should be for all of us. And, my parents gave me that gift because it opened my mind to how big the world was. The world is so much bigger than the South Side and the West Side of Chicago. It's so much bigger than Chicago. This amazing world was made for all of us. And so, our company believes in making a living, but also making a living giving, as well. And so I'm just, excited about this concept, excited about making sure that regular folks know about it, and to really just take advantage of it and enjoy it a little bit more.
Now, what is the financial component? Because I understand you're becoming financially independent because of this. So how did it affect you financially, outside of giving you the pleasure of having fun and going to various places that you probably couldn't have went to otherwise, without the fact of the benefits of this company?
Absolutely. So the company, or residual income earner, with this concept, I never thought that a sister from the South Side of Chicago who does not sing, does not act, does not dance, has not written any books yet, would be able to earn residual income. And when I heard about residual income, I wasn't even really sure what it was. But it's like those bills keep on coming. We pay it and it keeps on coming. That phone bill, that gas bill, that mortgage. But to actually have income that comes in on a monthly basis, on a weekly basis, to help battle back against some of those bills. What I found was that the average American has about $16,000 in credit card debt. I was able to raise my hand on that, unfortunately. About $49,000 in student loan debt. I could raise my hand on that one as well. Not to mention the mortgage and all of these other things. And 34%, almost 35% is just on the interest. So I was just looking for a way to really be able to earn a little bit more than what I was making on my job and eventually be able to not have to work a job for the income, but just to do the work that I do because I want to do it versus because I need it, for a check. And so for people who want to help us, share the word about this amazing concept, the company says, hey, we want to thank you and we want to actually compensate you, for doing what you're already going to do.
Okay. And so now, how has this change allowed you to give back to your community?
Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, I'm blessed in that I already was one that was giving back to the community. I think now, not only can I give back in my time, which I already was doing, but I'm now financially able to give more money, as well. I'm able to give back more financially to the causes that I care about. I'm also able to, I used to work for the Boys and Girls Clubs of Chicago, and now our company is a national partner with the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, where we partner with them to build dream basketball courts all across the country, creating a safe place for kids to be able to play. We've also partnered with local international nonprofit organizations to be able to build schools. We built over 100 in South America, totally transforming, the educational system around the world. And so it's allowed me to be able to not only give back on a local level, but also to be able to, in partnership with other like-minded people, really be able to expand that giving and impact people all across the world, which is just amazing.
Princell, we're going to take a break. So, guys, we'll be right back. Well, Irie Mon.
Hi, this is KT. Did you know that the Jamaica Funk Show comes on 3 nights a week? Tuesdays, where we interview ordinary people doing extraordinary things in their life and or their community at 8:15 p.m. Central Standard Time. And Wednesdays for Black History Wednesday, where we share an extraordinary story of a person of color's life. 9:15 p.m. Central Standard Time, and on Thursdays for Reggae Dance Hall Party with a touch of soul. So listen in on Spreaker.com/Jamaica Funk Show or iHeartRadio and search Jamaica Funk Show. Well, Irie Mon.
I am affected by your smile. Witty and thoughtful, deceiving and beguiling, amorous and suspicious, your impressive giving nature that is you. I am affected by your posture, sitting up straight, back pressed firmly against the cushion, eyes forward, listening intently, hanging on my every word, poised for the confrontation destined to come. I am affected by your thoughts, summations and suppositions wound tightly together by a single strand of perception, by your tombs on your shelves, stacked neatly, read thoroughly. I am affected by your perceptions, the way you process information and extricate simplistic meaning from an enigma that is merely life. I am deeply affected by you, what you are, what you will be, what you have become. I just love you. I want to be just like you when I grow up. When I get past and over this life I'm living right now, when I find a way to get from under all these failure notices from beyond, after I finish letting myself down and picking myself up and doing it again, I want to be just like you when I get older. And it might be a minute because I'm still trying to get over myself. When I let myself down, I beat myself up. When I do a good thing, I congratulate myself before I give thanks. And when I have a hard time understanding why things won't turn out the way I want them to, I blame everyone but me. I just love you. You never get angry when I snap at you when I'm wrong. You just look at me with compassion and give me my space. You always try to see what is good and right and wonderful and how I can always do better if I just try harder. You try to give me good books to read, music to listen to, places of solitude, or venues where friends are. When I feel defeated and I try to give up, I swear I just love you. How many times have I followed my own bad advice? How many times have I thrown caution to the wind and have it slap me in the face? How many times do I have to wake up and regret the day before? How many times do I have to look another mundane day in the face to the end? I just love you because of your passion, drive, eagerness to step out every day and try something different. Because you do more than just persevere from the day before with a look of determination on your face. I want to be just like you when I grow up. But right now, I'm a little too naive, too green, too wet behind the ears. I don't get the subtle nuances in grown up conversations because I haven't lived yet. So I'm just going to have to put you on my nightstand and next to my mirror or my dresser. I'll watch you every day as I move and grow, and I'll try to keep pace day to day. And maybe, just maybe, one day I could be just like you. The me I'm going to be one day.
There's always that one person that will always have your heart. You never see it coming 'cause you're blinded from the start. Know that you're that one for me. It's clear for everyone to see. Ooh, baby.
Yeah.
You gotta rock and wait in this one. Come on.
See, I don't know about y'all, but I know about us. And it's the only way we know how to rock. I don't know about y'all, but I know about us. And it's the only way we know how to rock.
Do you remember, girl? I was the one who gave you your first kiss. 'Cause I remember, girl, I was the one who said, put your lips like this. Even before all the fame and people screaming your name. Girl, I was there, and you were my baby. It started when we were younger, you were mine. My boo. Now another brother's taking over, but it's still in your eyes. My boo. Even though we used to argue, it's alright. It's alright, girl, that's okay. I know we haven't seen each other in a while, but you will always be my
love with you when we were younger, you were mine. My boo. And I see it from time to time, I still feel like my boo. That's my baby. You see it no matter how I try to hide. My boo. And even though there's another man who's in my life, you will always be yes, I remember, boy. 'Cause after we kissed, I could only think about your lips. Yes, I remember, boy, the moment I knew you were the one I could spend my life with. Even before all the famous people screaming your name, I was there,
and you were my baby. It started when we were younger, you were mine.
you were mine.
Now another brother's taking over, but it's still in your eyes. My boo. Even though we used to argue, it's alright.
It's alright, it's okay.
We haven't seen each other in a while, but you will always be mine. When we were younger, you were mine.
And I see it from time to time, I still feel like
In your eyes,
and you can see it no matter how I try to hide.
it's alright now. It's okay.
Even though there's another
We haven't seen each other.
in my life,
You will always be mine. Oh, my oh, my oh, my oh, my boo.
my oh, my oh, my oh, my oh, my boo.
It started when we were younger. You were mine. Now another brother's taking over, but it's still in your eyes. Even though we used to argue, it's alright. It's okay. We haven't seen each other in a while, but you will always be It's the only way we know how to rock. I don't know about y'all, but I know about us. And it's the only way we know how to rock.
I like that song. That's Usher and Alicia Keys, My Boo. You will always be my boo. So I'm here talking with Princell Lee, and we're talking about how she changed her life by just doing what she loved doing, you know. And, Princella, oh, I think we done lost her, but we're going to get her right back. So just hang in there for a moment, and we will get her right back.
773-559-03.
Oh, wait a minute. We don't need to let people know your phone number. So, guys, you're listening to the Jamaica Funk Show. This is KT, and we were talking with our guest this evening, Miss Princell Lee, and she'll be back on the line in just a moment. We're getting her back on the line because somehow we got disconnected. Are you back, Princell? Okay. That's all right, baby. You know what technology does.
Yeah.
It does its thing. So we're going to leave it at that. So, Princella, tell our listeners how they can contact you, how they can get more information about dream trips, because I know there's some people out there who are probably saying, well, I want to do this and I want to know more. So how can they possibly find out more?
Absolutely. So they can get in contact with me. They can call me, 773-559-0320. They can also hit me up on Facebook. My Facebook name is Princess Lee. They can also hit me up on Instagram, Princess Voyager on Instagram. And lastly, email travelprincess40@gmail.com.
All right. So it has been an absolute pleasure speaking with you. I know you and we got a lot in common. I love the fact that, you grew up the way you grew up. Our families are so similar, as I was telling you on the break, traveling and entrepreneurial families and, having the pleasure of like doing things that we love. Cause, me and this radio show, I actually love this radio show. It's been one of my blessings that God has blessed me with, and allows me to continue this type of work. So I just want to say thank you for being on the show today. May God bless you and continue to just lift you up and bless you with all the financial blessings that He possibly can.
Thank you so much. And once again, thank you so much for the opportunity to be on this amazing platform to share. And for all of your viewers, listeners, just realize that we deserve to have the life that we dreamed of. We deserve it. You deserve it. And together we can help each other accomplish their goals and dreams.
All right. So guys, if you didn't catch the information from Princella, we repost this show on Facebook. We reposted in several groups on Facebook, as well as the Jamaica Funk Show with KT. We also posted on the Catherine Winston page. It's on Twitter. It's on Tumblr. And it's also on iHeartRadio. So you can go to iHeartRadio and they archive our shows. So any show that you want to listen to, just go on over to iHeartRadio and search Jamaica Funk Show. So having said all of that, it's just been a blast being here with you guys tonight. And until tomorrow night at 9:15 for Black History Wednesday, know that without you, there is no Jamaica Funk Show. So thank you for being here.
May God bless you. And well, Irie Mon.
Down. To me left you a walk and I say me I go pop down. Me have a rich man a fuck you they down me they uptown. At gal walk out in a the video from you know you want a man clown. Member say me catch you with a gal the other night me nearly drop down. To me left you a walk and I say me I go pop down. Me have a rich man a fuck you they down me they uptown. At gal walk out in a the video from you know you want a man clown.
These are my confessions. Just when I thought I said all I can say, my chick on the side says she got one on the way. These are my confessions. Man, I'm thrown and I don't know what to do. I guess I gotta give part two of my confessions. If I'm gonna tell it, then I gotta tell it all. Damn near cried when I got that phone call. I'm so thrown, I don't know what to do but to give part two of my confessions.
Now this gon' be the hardest thing I think I ever had to do. Got me talking to myself, asking how I'm gon' tell you about that chick on part one I told y'all I was creeping with. Say she's 3 months pregnant and she's keeping it. The first thing that came to mind was you. Second thing was how do I know if it's mine and is it true? Third thing was me wishing that I never did what I did. How I ain't ready for no kid and bye-bye to a relationship.
These are my confessions. Just when I thought I said all I can say, my chick on the side says she got one
These
on the
are
way.
my confessions.
Man, I'm thrown and I don't know what to do now. I guess I gotta give part two of my confessions. If I'm gonna tell it, then I gotta tell it all. Damn near cried when I got that phone call. I'm so
I don't know
what to do but to give part two of my confessions.
Stuck on stupid trying to figure out when, what, and how I'ma let this come out of my mouth. Said it ain't gonna be easy, but I need to stop thinking, contemplating, be a man and get it over with. I'm riding in my whip, racing to her place, talking to myself, preparing to tell her to her face. She opened up the door and didn't wanna come near me. I said, one second, baby, please hear
These are my
me.
confessions. Just when I thought I said all I can say, my chick on the side says she got one on the way. These are my confessions. Man,
So
I'm
gone,
thrown and I
so
don't know
gone.
what to do.
What to do?
Guess I gotta give part two of my confessions. If I'm gonna tell it, then I gotta tell it all. Damn near cried when I got that phone call.
When I got
I'm
it,
so thrown,
didn't know what to do.
I don't know what to do but
But I
to
need to
give
tell
part
you,
two of my
baby.
confessions.
And this by far is the hardest thing I think I've ever had to do. To tell you, the woman I love, that I'm having a baby by a woman that I barely even know. I hope you can accept the fact that I'm man enough to tell you this. And hopefully you'll give me another chance. This ain't about my career. This ain't about my life.